Hi.
Hi.
Okay, we're recording now.
Okay.
Gia, what the show's going to be about basically is we're going to take your cute little face and your cute smile, and you're going to open up people's hearts, which makes them open up their billfold and give more money to us so we can give it to Emily.
That's the idea.
Yeah. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay, what you want to do on the show is anything you want to, really. It'll be your 5 or 10 minutes to do what you want. But I know that people are going to want to hear your story.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about whatever you want. You can say exactly what's wrong if you want to. You don't have to. You can talk about your wish, what it was. I know what it was. You went to Asheville, North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
And you went whitewater rafting.
Yep.
I went whitewater rafting as old as I am, and if I got a funny story I could tell you about whitewater rafting.
I can tell you a funny story about zip lining too.
Oh, really? Well, let me tell you about my story about whitewater rafting, and then you tell me about your zip line. My whitewater rafting was, we actually went when the water was high in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never been whitewater rafting. My wife had never been whitewater rafting, and we decided we was going to go down in one of them big rafts where there's like 10 people in a raft. Thinking, how bad can that be, right? There's 10 people in here. It's got to be safe. And there's a guide. So we figured, well, this would be cool. We get into the rough water. Sue almost got thrown out of the raft. I had to grab her and pull her back in. She held on to her paddle, which was kind of strange. And then she sat on the floor during the rest of the ride because she was afraid she'd get flipped out again. And while we was in there, and the guy in the boat, if you've done that, he'll tell everybody on the left or on the right, they want you to oar a certain way. So he's hollering for the left, I think it was. So I'm oaring. Sue's not oaring. She's just trying to hang on and stay in the boat. So I'm oaring. The boat goes down. Sue goes up. And when I brought my hand up to go paddle the boat one more time, the oar hit her in the eye, and I gave her a black eye.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's true. You can ask her. That's absolutely true. Now, you tell me your story about the zip line.
So we were zip lining, and we were on there was a few levels, and I have to say we were on maybe the 5th or 6th level of it. My dad's scared of heights, so I'm actually very surprised this wasn't him. My brother literally thought he was gonna die. Just because we were on a very safe little platform. So he literally thought he was gonna die. I was honestly very surprised it wasn't my dad because he's horrified of heights. So she had twins in her stomach, so she couldn't do it.
Did you like it?
Low.
Yeah. It was really fun.
I ziplined once, truthfully. I ziplined over the world's longest zip line that goes over the ocean.
Oh,
wow.
It's in Haiti. And the zip line wasn't the scary part. It was the bus ride to get to the top of this cliff. Because that country doesn't have, how you put it, they don't have the safety standards in place that the United States has.
yeah.
You know where our seatbelt was in this so-called vehicle?
Where?
Rope. You ever see the Beverly Hillbillies where they tied a rope around them to drive a car? I swear to you, that's exactly what we did in this so-called bus that took us to the top of the mountain. They threw us a rope. So tell us your story, if you don't mind. When did you become a Wish Kid? Talk about what was the matter, how you become a Wish Kid, and the best part about being a Wish Kid, and then we're going to ask Mom's opinion about it.
Okay. So when I was 4, I think. Mm-hmm. When I was 4, we were at a Brewers game because we lived in Wisconsin at the time, and my dad loves sports, so I just went there for fun. I don't quite know why. But we went there, and he saw a lot of unexplained bruising, and I don't know if Mom had noticed it before, but there's just been a lot of random bruises. So they took me to the doctor just to get my blood tested, and found out I had aplastic anemia. So
okay, stop there if you don't mind. I don't know what that is. Can you explain to me what that is?
It's a blood disease.
It's bone marrow failure.
Oh.
So, like cancer, cancer will attack the bone marrow cells and affect the body that way. But with aplastic anemia, somehow Gia's body got sick and kept fighting itself. So it basically killed off all of her bone marrow. So where a healthy individual would have a lot of platelets, a lot of white blood cells, a lot of red blood cells, Gia's body basically was shutting down from the inside out and didn't have any of that.
I did not know that.
So she instantly became transfusion dependent and needed blood transfusions and platelet transfusions in order to get through surviving each day, basically.
That had to be rough, Gia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm sorry I butted in. You can continue now.
So I had to get like a lot of transfusions, like probably 3 every week or maybe more, depending on like how I was that week. And I got my blood tested like every single day. It was not fun. And I had to get a PICC line that was like to transfuse, like to give me the pointlet transfusions and like other stuff I forgot. But so I had to get that changed, which was also not fun. So it was like tape everywhere.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is you became one-on-one with all the nurses. They all knew you. You knew all them.
Yeah.
That's kind of a good thing, though, isn't it? To know everybody. Yeah, they know you're coming in, coming out. Tell me, how important was Wish to you? What did Wish do for you that just helped out a lot?
I feel like it was the people, because they were all like really nice and they would all like encourage you to keep going through it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Tell us about your wish. What was your wish?
So my wish originally was to go to Germany, but because of COVID, we couldn't travel that far.
Yeah.
Well, what was the wish in Germany for?
My wish in Germany was to meet my donor.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, we're going to actually go this summer.
Well, that is so cool. Hey, if you think about it, you got my email. If you think about it, keep me in tune with what's going on with all that. I'd be interested in following you on that. Start your own YouTube channel.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah. So do you go to Matlin over there to the Wish offices and things every now and then, or do you never just go over there? Where Emily works, do you ever go over there?
We haven't made it down there, no, because you're in Orlando, right, Emily? Yeah, the Orlando area.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still up in St. John's. So we haven't made it down there, but we've gone to a bunch of their events.
Oh, yeah.
And they treat Gia like a rock star every time we go somewhere special. So
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times, and they all just seem like they pretty well like what they do.
yes.
Well, Gia, it's nice talking to you. I don't want to keep you here all day because I know you got things you want to do. Are you looking forward to Christmas?
Very much so.
Really?
I couldn't finish my sentence.
What's the one thing you want?
It's hard.
Because there's so many.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's hard to choose.
Are you into clothes?
Oh, I love clothes.
Are you into shoes?
Love shoes.
Yeah. Typical girl. Tell me, I don't know if I asked, how old are you?
I am 10.
10. What grade you in?
I'm in 4th grade.
What grade?
4th.
4th grade. What's your favorite subject?
Writing. Writing.
Writing? Really?
Yeah.
What do you write?
Right now we're working on a realistic fiction story. We've done a narrative, like a personal narrative, and I forgot the others. But for my personal narrative, I actually did the whitewater rafting one.
Wow.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Boy, high school or school ain't like it was when I was in school. When I was 4th grade, my favorite subject was recess.
I like that one too, not gonna lie.
We didn't have anything like writing at all. Well, I take that back. They were teaching us cursive. That was it.
Oh.
That was our whole writing. Do you know what cursive is?
We don't do cursive yet. I think we are gonna do it towards the end of the year because I think you have to know it for 5th grade.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, the times has changed. Back in my day, when you sent somebody a postcard, you wrote on it. Or if you wanted to send somebody a Christmas card, you wrote on it.
Yeah.
And today and I get it from my grandkids. It's hard for me to change. I get my Christmas cards via email. Is it just me, moms? I don't know. It just seems to take everything away.
Oh yeah, no, we like getting the mail. We love walking to get the mail. There's definitely tangible things.
Do you want to get a Christmas card by email?
No. I like stuff you can hang up.
Yeah, we have the garage door is all full of Christmas cards.
That's what we did.
I don't even know sometimes.
Yeah, we had Christmas cards and we used to put them all around the doorways. We had so many of them. And do you know, to this day, I still have all the Christmas cards that my granddaughter personally made me when they were 2 years old.
Aww.
Yeah, they're now 30 and have their own kids.
That's nice.
So for the rest of your life, always make a Christmas card for your mom and send it to her.
I'd love that.
Okay, Mom, tell us, what's your story? What do you think? How's Wish as far as affected your life and everything?
Everything with Gia, you kind of, as a parent, you just go into survival mode. So you basically just go day to day, do what you need to. And Gia was in the hospital for 59 straight days, and she was in isolation for a lot of it. So when they came to us and said she'll be eligible for a wish, I think Anthony and I thought one of two things. One, a wish kid is sometimes end of life. So you kind of go into that. Is that what's happening to our daughter? Or two, there are people who need things more than we do. We're able to provide for our family, and we're able to do things. So we're like, there's someone who needs things more than that. And they're like, you really need to just understand this is for Gia, and you guys are going to go through a lot of stuff. And there's going to come a time that she's going to just be able to be spoiled for everything that she's done and had to go through. So they initially came in and asked her what her wish was. And I think so Gia was diagnosed when she was 4. She had her transplant a month and a half later, and she turned 5 a month after that. So it was a very small window of her being 4 and 5. So when they came and talked to her, they asked her what her wish was. And without hesitation, it was to meet her donor. And that's what I want. I want to do that. So the program was wonderful with everything. And then obviously everyone knows what happened with COVID and just everything kind of shut down. But Make-A-Wish was beyond amazing in trying to keep that open. And then when, things changed, so then we're just going to have to reimagine her wish. And Gia wished to go to Asheville with our family. And she chose whitewater rafting, horseback riding, zip lining. And for our family, even though enough time had passed where we still worry about Gia, she still goes every year to get blood work and everything. It was really a time to reflect on everything that we had gone through, because you go through these survival modes to survive. And then it's like you kind of readjust to being back to what you would consider normal. And so for Gia, she's healthy and she's strong. But as a parent, you never forget what happened. And you're always on heightened alert. If she does get a bruise, where did you get that from? How did you get it? What happened? Or when you're waiting for her blood work to come back from that year, did anything change and things like that? So I get emotional talking about it, but the Make-A-Wish trip was just really, it was a week for us to just kind of celebrate everything that we had gone through as a family and just see her. She was up on the zip lining course, and a family had come down, and I couldn't go because I was pregnant with twins. So they got to do all the fun stuff. So I just kind of sat back and enjoyed it from the sidelines. But, a couple who was visiting and just doing things on their own were like, she was up there just sharing her whole story with us. And it's like, how amazing to see her just without fear, zip lining and jumping off the platform and doing those things. So as a parent, we know there were many families that when we were in the hospital, they left without their kid. And for us, we were given the chance that we had a donor and it worked, and her bone marrow transplant took, and we hadn't had complications from it that were major. So to just see her enjoy life and our family just kind of reclaim that time, for us, myself and my husband and our family, we're very faith-driven people. So it's like you can't be angry at what happened and you can't question it, you know? So it's like you kind of just figure out how to get through it and everything. But this was really a time that Make-A-Wish provided us to just kind of celebrate what we had been through and just celebrate Gia and how strong she is and just the second chance we were given.
Well, she seems like a great kid.
She is.
Yes, I am.
Yes. So now, since you've had your treatments and whatever, you now have 2 new brothers and sisters, or?
Yes, I have 2 brothers. One is older than me. His name is Jude. And then I have a twin brother and sister, Nash and Ellery.
Wow.
So you and your brother get along pretty well?
Sometimes.
Oh, they're best friends. They really are.
Brother doesn't pick on you very much?
Oh, no, all the time. Absolutely.
I know. I had a sister. I know how it goes. Well, you seem like a wonderful kid. If your mom would, in my email, send me your address if you want to, or give it to Emily and she'll give it to me. I want to send her a little gift for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for what you do too for Make-A-Wish and just the cause you support. So it makes a difference, and it just kind of gives us families like us, and even when we're far removed from treatment, just like celebration time, you know, and just time to reflect and think. And we couldn't do it without people who take their time and their finances and give to that cause. So thank you.
They do, and I've got some pretty loyal subscribers.
That's awesome. It's amazing that they do that. It really is. We were able to go to the Make-A-Wish Gala, and you see what a difference it makes in families. And we've experienced that firsthand since we've moved to Florida, and just the events that we've gone to. It's like they really they treat them so special and make them feel like, I don't know. It's amazing what you see. And it's amazing how you see their smiles just light up. So
How long have you lived in Florida?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Has Gia got a chance to go see Disney World yet?
No.
Not yet? I ain't been down there for 25 years, but I keep up with it. Man, that place has changed a lot.
It has, for sure.
I don't know what it costs to go there anymore, but I'm sure it costs. Last time I took my granddaughter there, it was $33 to get in.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's been a while.
Yeah. No, that was probably, back then, no, that was probably expensive, but no.
Okay.
That's with all things now.
Okay, Gia, you go do your homework. You help your mom do the dishes. Keep your room clean.
Oh, good.
And always pick on your brother.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, don't never stop doing that, because when you grow up, you'll remember that. Thanks, Gina, for coming on here. I appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Skip.
I'm gonna let you go now.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie. Well, Emily, she's pretty chipper.
She is. They're so cute. I did not know they're from Wisconsin, which makes me so happy because I'm from Wisconsin. I'm literally Wednesday morning flying back up there for Christmas. So.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Well,
so I will be doing this live with you from my dad's basement.
Yeah, you're going to be in for weather shock. You know that, right? They had a big cold snap up there. And...
Oh yeah, he texted me today. He goes, "It's supposed to be a blizzard when you get here on Friday and Saturday. 5 inches of snow, 50-mile-per-hour winds." I'm like, awesome.
Yeah, that's great. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. You know, two hurricanes here, a blizzard the first time I'm back home. It's great.
No flight cancellations?
Not yet, because the worst weather is supposed to be Friday and Saturday. So thankfully, I will be flying in Wednesday morning.
Okay. Well, good luck on that. And when we get all this tallied up, by the end of the show, you'll know about where we're at. And like I said, I was doing some figuring last night, and we haven't. I don't want to bring it up too much, because if they know that we're close to our goal, they might go, "Well, they got their money. We don't need to send anything in." So I know I'm being deceivious, but whatever it takes, I'm not going to say a lot, but I think we're going to meet the 5,000 and maybe more.
Awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how well you do this year.
We just hope the show goes off right. You can ask Linda. Some shows go off really pretty good. Other shows, we have these glitches where Wi-Fi acts goofy, or somebody's, I don't know, freezes up, and
it's gonna be great. Fingers
crossed. You'll see me. You'll see my face turn red, and you'll see me gritting my teeth. We get through it.
You've been freezing up during this whole presentation, by the way, Skip. There's something going on with your internet.
Really?
You're frozen right now. Yep.
I'm looking on my computer and I don't see anything, so I'll have to check it out. I don't know what it is.
Do you see it, Emily?
Yeah, it's like not freezing necessarily, but it's like very grainy.
It's ratcheting. Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's weird because you guys are clear as a bell. So on my receiving end, it's clear as a bell. Why it's doing that, I have no idea. Seriously, I have no idea what's going on.
Hey, Skip, while we've got Emily on, though, can I ask her a question?
Yeah.
Emily, how do you go through the process of choosing a Make-A-Wish child? Is there an application? How is somebody selected? I mean, Jenna was just absolutely adorable, and what a sophisticated little girl to be able to be that articulate at 10 years old. You know, amazing.
Yeah. Our kids definitely have to grow up a little bit faster, going through what they go through. We do have a referral process, so you can find it online by visiting our website, which is just wish.org/CNFL. And on there is a refer a child section. So a parent can refer them, a medical provider, the child themselves can be referred. And then we will just confirm medical details to make sure that it's an eligible wish. And we confer with our board of medical advisors. We have our medical outreach manager who looks at all of these things, and we just take it on a case-by-case basis.
And I know Skip is trying very hard this year to raise $5,000, which is an effort, for all of us to go through and raise it. How far will that go on a Make-A-Wish? Is it a one wish kind of a thing? Is it only part of a wish? How far can we get with our $5,000?
It's close to a whole wish. A whole wish right now is looking at just over $6,000. So it's very close, but even then, prices fluctuate so much that for some wishes, that is the whole wish. For some wishes, that's just part of the wish. It really depends on each wish individually. So just 6,000 is the average.
Yeah, nowadays.
But at least get 6,000. 6,000.
Yeah, nowadays $1,000 just don't go far like it used to.
I know. Yeah.
I know, and if you was to tell people it's $6,000 for one wish, they'd probably go, "Oh, no way!" But it is what it is, because some of these wishes are extravagant.
Yeah. Well, it's picked up too now that we've been more open with travel. So a lot of Hawaii wishes, a lot of Alaska wishes, those tend to be on the more expensive side for sure.
Sure. And
Okay.
did that pay for the child or the child and the family?
The child and the family. That's one of the great things about Make-A-Wish is that we recognize that it's not just the child who's going through this experience. It has effects on the entire immediate family. So we make sure that we include everybody who lives in the household.
So it's a recognition of the caregivers, the caretakers around the child as well.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I can speak on personal experience. My sister was a Wish Kid back in 2009. She was diagnosed with cancer. She's happy, healthy, perfectly fine at 22 years old now. But her wish was to go on a Disney cruise. So it was my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, and I who all got to go on this cruise together. We had 2 rooms and all of this. And it's just like it was not fun when my sister was going through treatment, and we were all dealing with different things from it. And she had it the worst, of course, but it was that nice little escape for our entire family to be normal again and not think of the treatments and think of what was going on.
Yeah. It's interesting that you mentioned your involvement when you were younger, because I was going to ask Gina, I was going to say, so now that you've done all this, Gina, what do you want to do when you grow up? But I thought maybe I'd wait on that one. But
yeah, I think it's okay to ask that.
Yeah. It was definitely a new development in my life. It was about my junior year of college that I was like, oh, I can do this as a job. I was going into education and did a full 180 and switched to business. And now here I am.
Yeah. Wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna stop recording now. So this don't go. And I go